Oh, in 1943, here's another one. Alice Faye comes out of retirement to make one last picture in 43 called Hello, Frisco, Hello. Banned in San Francisco, by the way, because the mayor was insulted. They called it Frisco. Well, this picture, the song that came out of the picture was just such a blockbuster. It got the Academy Award that year. And from what I understand, it was practically the theme song of World War II. It was on the hit parade for 24 weeks. Now that's a long time for a song. There weren't very many songs that stayed on that Lucky Strike hit parade more than 20 weeks. This was one of them. And if I tried, I still couldn't hide my love for you. You ought to know, for haven't I told you so? You went away and my heart... Well, the two guys love New York. When they get together and they're not working on music, what do they talk about? Their favorite thing to talk about is New York. Broadway, Tin Pan Alley. They want to be where the action is. They hated Los Angeles. They said Los Angeles reminded them of a small Indian outpost in South Dakota. It's a little hard to believe today, isn't it? Come on along and listen to... Oh, let's go on the road. The hip-hooray and the ballyhoo. At the end of the picture, they're having a big Italian dinner, and Dean and Jerry say, let's just have a good old-fashioned piece of Italian music everybody knows, something like, Oh, Marie, and we'll have a good time. And Harry says, oh, wait a minute. I'm an Italian, and I can write you an Italian piece of dinner music. He says, don't just go use somebody else's music, give me a chance. And they go, oh, we didn't think of that, sorry. And he says, give me a couple of days. If you don't like the song, you don't have to use it. Well, he comes back with this little ditty, and Dean liked it pretty well. When I'm gonna hit you like a big pizza pie. That's amore. Settle down now, Winnie, settle down. That's my horse, Winnie, tied up outside. She gets excited every time she sees me put on this cowboy hat. She thinks we're going to go out and hunt for some jackrabbit. Cook it up with our victuals and beans around the campfire. I always share my victuals with my horse, Winnie. She gets tired of eating all those maresy oats and dozy oats and stuff. Well, now this song comes from the mid-1950s. Oh, does anybody out there watch TV? Just kidding. Wearing the money, I'm on my honey. Let's spend it, spend it, spend it, spend it all around. The rain continued for an hour. I hung around for 3 or 4. Around $1 million baby from the 5 and 10 cent store. She was selling china. Don't you think she must have been a heck of a real estate agent to be selling china? And when she made those eyes... Another very notable Glenn Miller song that Harry Warren wrote the music for. This song has the distinction of being the first record to ever get a gold record. The first record to ever sell 1 million copies, Harry Warren wrote the music for. That means that Harry Warren and Glenn Miller got copies of this one to hang on their wall. It takes his turn to drive, and Glenn Miller's sleeping in the passenger seat. Well, Tex breaks into a song. He doesn't think anybody can hear him. Well, Glen's not really asleep. He's just sitting there pretending he's asleep, and he doesn't make a move because he wants to hear Tex's voice. He discovered Tex Beneke and started working on him to sing with the band. Glenn Miller had a new vocalist. A, B, C, D, F, G, H. I got a gal in Kalamazoo. Well, I don't want to boast, but I know she's the toast of Kalamazoo, zoo, 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 zoo. And you can tell the mailman not to call. I ain't coming home till the fall, and I might not come back home at all. That's all, folks. Did that last little bit sound like cartoon music? I did that I thought I'd bring up a point. Harry Warren's music appeared in no less than 107 Looney Tunes cartoons. Do you hear that whistle down the line? Well, I reckon that it's engine number 49. She's the only one that'll sound that way on the... All aboard. Baby, what I couldn't do with plenty of money and you. In spite of the worry that money brings, just a little filthy loot can buy a lot of things. I take you to places you like to go. Well, now, I want to test your trivia for the period this music came out in, 1930s. And a few of you were there in the 1930s. We've already found that out. Okay, 1936. There was a famous dam that got completed. Maybe. Now, wait a minute. It's the Hoover Dam if you're a Republican. It's the Boulder Dam if you're a Democrat. She was already quite a sensation in Brazil when she came over. Harry wrote this song for her, as well as many others, of course. I like you very much. I think you're grand. Why, I'm not about to sing that song. Just forget it.